Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Now the EDPM exam is fast approaching and one of the topics that we are told will be on that exam paper is database. Now as a teacher of the subject area, I have never seen a question on database, and through my research I have found one. Now, in front of me is the only database question that I have ever seen. I'm not saying that there may not be others out there, but this is the only one that I have seen thus far. And this is a database question from a paper 3 exam paper. Alright, so this exam paper was given in 2007 and it is a paper 3 database question. But as it relates to paper 2s, I have never seen a database question. However, this gives us an idea as to how the exam paper may be structured for this topic. And as such, I thought it necessary to go through this paper with you to give you a better understanding of how you'll go about approaching an exam question relating to this topic. So let us go through the question first before I start my typing. It says, type the following database using the information given below. Print on A4 paper in landscape orientation with Times New Roman, font size 12. So those are the preliminaries that we need to ensure that we get before we start our typing, that we are on A4 paper, landscape orientation, and that we utilize Times New Roman, font size 12. Let's continue. So it gives us the field names and it starts off with this hashtag here. But we should know what that means. That means, in this case, the word number. All right? It means number. All right? So we're taking that to mean the number. And the data type, I would have done a video previously on database where I spoke about data types. So the data type that number utilizing is auto number. Means that it automatically, it meaning database, automatically adds numbers as you go down in the database or in the table. Next, you have first name, last name, address 1, address 2, telephone, salary, and tax. Note that first name to telephone utilizes a text data type, right, which we said is alphanumeric, because the address will be taken into consideration both numbers and words. All right, and salary and tax utilize currency, right, as they deal with figures, right, or dollar signs, etc. All right, it says that we should do this and we should set this as worksheet number 1 and print it. All right, but we'll not be doing that in this video, but it is there for you to note. Also, once we have created, information will be created in the design view in Microsoft Access. Once we have done that, then we'll go to the datasheet view where we'll populate the table with the information that is here. So you see 1, 2, 3, 4, which means that that will be related to the number here. Then it says first name, so it's giving you Lance Prescott. So the first name of the person, their last name, followed by address 1. And here is the person's address, 10 Mile Road, Linden. All right, so 10 Mile Road, it has 1 there, which tells us that that should be the address 1, and Linden should be the address 2. Then we have the telephone number, all right, and the reason why telephone number is a text data type is because it has a dash in it, all right. Because of the dash, it will be a text and not a number, all right. And then we have salary and the tax. So the salary will be here, and T meaning tax will be the other figure. And we go through and we populate the table with that information. And then it says to us that we should add 2 records of our own. So apart from this 4 information, we should add 2 of our own. All right. And then it says produce a form using the data and print all forms. Use, right, it says use mayors. It said UC is uppercase. All right, it says use MAYORS, use mayor, mayor's letterhead from question 1. And I think that we know with the subject is that the questions are linked. All right, so question 1, question 2, question 3, everything will be linked around the same theme. So we have not looked at question 1, and that will not be of any importance to us for this video. Our only concern is just to do the database. All right, I think this goes down to another aspect that says, oh, this is part B. So we're not going to be doing part B, but part B simply speaks to spreadsheet. We're going to copy the information from database, paste it in spreadsheet, and do some other information to it. All right, so we're not going to do that part. So we're just going to be focusing on the database itself. So I am going to be splitting my screen, and then I am going to go into Microsoft Access, and we'll do this question together. All right, guys, so here I am in Microsoft Access. The first thing I need to do is to ensure that I am on Times New Roman, font size 12, according to the question that is given. So, Times New Roman, font size 12. All right, so I'm quickly going to go to, and it didn't tell us to save the table as anything. All right, I see, right, so it's just up to us. So I'm going to go to the design view. It's going to prompt me to save the table. I'm just going to quickly look at name, address, telephone number. I'm just going to say personal information. Alright, so it didn't tell us to save it as anything, but I just said personal information. Now here I am in the design view. I'm going to quickly do what they told us. So it says we should number. Alright, let me see if I can keep it as the hashtag. Let me see if we can keep it that. No, let me put the word number. Alright, number, and that is auto number, then first name, followed by last name, then address 1, address 2, followed by telephone, salary, and tax. Alright, so let me fix the salary and tax data type. It says that these two should be currency. Alright, so we have all of that. Save as worksheet number 1. Okay. Alright, so that's it. And it's going to prompt us to save. So we're going to go to datasheet view to populate the table. It's going to prompt us to save. Alright, it's taking some time. Let's just patiently wait. There it is. Alright, so here we are around this side. So we start off at first name. It says Lance. Lance Prescott. 10 Mile Road, Linden. Right. I'm inserting the telephone number, the salary, and I'm going to insert the tax. Now you realize there's an hashtag here. That is basically an error message, but what it means is that the information in this cell is too large for the size of the cell. So all I need to do is to widen the cell, and I will see all that information there. All right, and then I'm going to insert tax. Alright, so I'm going to go through and input the rest of the information and come back to you. Alright guys, so I'm at the final one. It says that we should add 2 records of our own. I've already added one. I'm adding the final one here. Okay. These have to be more. Right, so I spoke to you about why we have the hashtags. I'm just going to widen that column. And that's the final one. Alright, so we can widen some more columns. Although I'll try to fix this up once we close out of the 2 screen. Alright, and finally it says that we should produce a form using the data and print all forms. So I'm just going to widen this so we can see better. Alright, I'm going to modify by widening my columns so that everything can be properly spaced out on the page. Alright, and following this, then we'll do the form. Alright, and the reason why we're seeing EC dollars here is because we were told to put the information in currency. Alright, there are other ways that this could have been presented. Let me quickly go back to the design view. Alright, it says salary, currency. The format is currency. If we click the down arrow here, we could have selected a different way of presenting those figures. Alright, but because we would have selected the currency, it has EC dollars. That's why we're seeing EC dollars being displayed. Alright, so let me go back to the datasheet view. Alright, so let's do the final thing that we were asked to do, and that is to create a form. So I'm going to click on create. Alright, and I'm going to go to more forms and select form wizard. Now it didn't tell us what to use for the form, so I'm just going to be using everything. All of the fields that I have here, I'm going to put on the form. Alright, so I'm just going to send over everything. The 1 arrow if I'm selecting individual field names. If I'm selecting all the field names, I just click everything. Alright, and I'm going to press next. Alright, so what form what layout would you want the form to be in? Column, tabular, datasheet, justified. Alright. Alright, let me leave it at column. Select next. Alright, we would have selected that already and I don't like how it looks, so let us select flow. Alright, what title do you want for the form? I'm going to leave it at personal information and I'm going to press finish. Now, here is the form. Alright, person's name, address, telephone number, salary, and the tax. And I go through and it does it for all the persons that are in the form. Alright, and that's it. Alright, thank you very much for watching this video. Do hope you learned something. Right, being the only database CXE question that I am aware of that was given. Alright, do hope you understand it. If you did, please give this video a big thumbs up. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you have not yet subscribed. Tell your other classmates about it, your other colleagues about the channel, right? And please help me to get my name out there, all right? And do join me next time as I try to make EDPM simple. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.